Ranjan Learned Advocate General, Mr. Ritu Kumar, President Advocate Association, Sri Rajendra Krishna, Chairman, Jharkhand State Bar Council, Sri Anil Kumar, Learned Additional Solicitor General, Learned Senior Advocates, Learned Registrar General Members of Registry, other distinguished guests, senior advocates and family members of His Lordships who have come from Simla and different parts of the country, ladies and gentlemen present here, as also those who have joined us online. Pranam and very good afternoon. It is with great pride and immense honor that I extend a most heartfelt and respectful welcome to Honorable Mr. Justice Tarlok Singh Chauhan on the occasion of his assumption of office as the Chief Justice of the Jharkhand High Court. This is a momentous occasion for our institution. The arrival of a jurist of such profound learning, deep wisdom, and impeccable integrity marks not just a ceremonial transition, but a fresh chapter of promise, direction, and renewed energy in the judicial landscape of our state. Born on 9/1/1964 in Tehsil Rohru, in the picturesque state of Himachal Pradesh, His Lordship did his schooling from Bishop Cotton School, Simla, and graduated with honors from DAV College, Chandigarh, and thereafter obtained degree in law from Punjab University, Chandigarh. Enrolled as an advocate with Bar Council of Himachal Pradesh in 1989. Started practice in Himachal Pradesh in all branches of law before he was elevated as a judge of Himachal Pradesh High Court in February 2014. And since then, he has become one of the most respected names in the judicial circles, both within and beyond the state. His Lordship has always believed that the courts are temples of justice, not merely buildings of procedure, and that belief reflects vividly in his judicial work. Over the years, His Lordship has delivered numerous landmark judgments that have not only advanced legal interpretation, but have also made significant contributions to social justice, transparency in governance, and environmental protection. Let me highlight just a few of these judgments and initiatives that speak volumes about the depth and breadth of his judicial philosophy. In a recent and widely appreciated ruling in the case of Kundala's Loh Udyog versus State of Himachal Pradesh, His Lordship struck down certain clauses of the Himachal Pradesh industrial policy, which had effectively denied promised incentives to industries. The judgment invoked the doctrine of promissory estoppel, reminding the state that governance must be accountable and consistent, that the governments too are bound by their word. This ruling has had far-reaching implications in reinforcing faith in policy integrity for investors and industrialists. Equally commendable was His Lordship's role in court on its own motion versus state, where it took suo motu cognizance of unpaid dues to the contractors by a government agency. His Lordship directed the immediate release of payments along with interest, holding that unjust enrichment by withholding money was not only unfair but unconstitutional. This was not merely about money, but about upholding the principle that the state cannot act arbitrarily, even in fiscal matters. In another landmark decision, His Lordship firmly ruled against arbitrary administrative transfers in the case of popularly known as Ajay Kumar versus State of Himachal Pradesh, quashed the transfer of a government servant that had been made via a mere DO note without proper authority or procedural compliance. The message was loud and clear: executive discretion must bow to the rule of law. And when it comes to issues of environmental sensitivity and urban planning, His Lordship's judgments have been truly visionary. In a suo motu case on illegal construction in Simla, described the hill town as a concrete jungle and demanded strict compliance with safety and planning regulations. He reminded all stakeholders that the development must never come at the cost of safety, sustainability, or legality, especially in eco-sensitive and seismic zones. One of his most progressive stands came in the context of the right to be forgotten, where His Lordship observed that individuals who have been acquitted of criminal charges must not continue to suffer reputational damage in perpetuity, infirming the dignity of individuals even beyond the court's doors. His Lordship showed us how law must evolve with society and how privacy can be a crucial pillar of justice. His Lordship's judgment reflects a remarkable consistency, whether the issue is governance, environment, individual rights, or administrative justice. The common thread in all these rulings is the unwavering commitment to fairness, accountability, and dignity of the individual. But His Lordship's contribution goes well beyond the courtroom. As a chairman of the Computer and E-Courts Committee of the High Court, His Lordship has led pioneering initiative in the court digitization, e-filing, automated cause lists, real-time SMS alerts, digital scrutiny models, and even online inspection of case files. These may seem like conveniences today, but they were all visionary reforms introduced under His Lordship's stewardship. His efforts have brought the courts closer to the people, faster in service, and stronger in transparency. His Lordship has also been a prominent face in the field of juvenile justice and child protection. As chairman of the Juvenile Justice Committee of the High Court, His Lordship has been a leading voice in reforming institutional care for children, ensuring better monitoring of the children's homes, and advocating the rights and dignity of every child in the justice system. His efforts have been acknowledged both nationally and internationally, including at forums where he has represented India's judiciary. Though all of this, His Lordship has remained remarkably grounded, known for his humility, compassion, and quiet strength. He is deeply respected by colleagues on the bench, by members of the bar, and by judicial officers across the state for his clarity of thought, punctuality, and dedication to judicial discipline. As we welcome Honorable the Chief Justice to this vibrant and diverse land of Jharkhand, a state rich in culture, history, and challenges, we look forward to his guidance, his clarity of thought, and his unwavering sense of justice. Your Lordship, Jharkhand is a young state with a young judiciary still evolving its identity. We are confident that under your leaderships, the Jharkhand High Court will scale new heights in efficiency, credibility, and public confidence. Your presence here is not merely an addition to our court, it is a source of strength, a guiding light, and a moral compass for all of us. On behalf of the entire judicial family of Jharkhand, I once again extend a most respectful, warm, and joyous welcome to your Lordships. We look forward to working under your leadership with renewed commitment and collective purpose. May your tenure as Chief Justice of Jharkhand High Court be marked by robust jurisprudence, administrative excellence, and above all, a deepening of the values that the judiciary holds sacred: impartiality, independence, and service to the people. Welcome, your Lordships. Thank you.
Now may I request Ms. Ritu Kumar, President Advocates Association, Ranchi, to commence her address.
My Lords, Honorable Mr. Justice Tarlok Singh Chauhan, the Chief Justice, and other companion Honorable Judges of the Jharkhand High Court, Madam Amandeep Chauhan, Princes of His Lordship Tarlok Singh Chauhan, family members, his friends, and the guests. The Learned Advocate General, Standing Council, State of Jharkhand, the Learned Chairman, Jharkhand State Bar Council, Additional Solicitor General, Central Government, Learned Senior Advocates, all learned members of the Advocates Association, members of the Registry. It is with a deep sense of honor that I, on behalf of the Advocates Association, extend a heartfelt welcome to Honorable Mr. Justice Tarlok Singh Chauhan, who assumes the office of the Chief Justice of Jharkhand High Court. Your Lordship's journey through the corridors of law and justice has been nothing short of inspiring. Born on the 9th of January 1964, in Rohru, Shimla district. Your Lordships did his schooling at the prestigious Bishop Cotton School, Shimla, where your Lordships also led as school captain. After graduating with honors from DAV College, Chandigarh, and completing his legal education from Punjab University, Honorable Justice Chauhan was enrolled as an advocate in 1989. Over the next 2.5 decades, your Lordships built a formidable legal practice across the wide spectrum of cases, while also serving with distinction as standing counsel and legal advisor to several key institutions of the state government of Himachal Pradesh. Honorable Justice Chauhan's elevation to the bench in 2014 marked the beginning of an illustrious judicial career, first as an judicial judge and later as a permanent judge of the High Court of Himachal Pradesh. Twice entrusted with the responsibilities of the acting Chief Justice of that court, your Lordship has demonstrated not just judicial acumen, but also firm and balanced administrative leadership. Your Lordship comes to this High Court with a body of work that speaks volumes. Your Lordship's judgments reflect a rare blend of constitutional clarity, progressive thought, and deep concern for the marginalized. Whether it be your pioneering directions in the enforcing environmental safeguards in the fragile hill zones of Himachal Pradesh, or your sensitive approach to gender dignity and sanitation rights, or your recent observations expanding the contours of the right to be forgotten. Each pronouncement stands as a testament to your Lordship's firm belief that justice must not only be delivered, but must be seen to stand with fairness, humanity, and reform. And so, my Lord, it is with great anticipation and renewed hope that we welcome you to the High Court of Jharkhand. The timing of your arrival could not be more crucial. The legal fraternity here, like elsewhere in the country, stands at a crossroads. There's a growing sense within the bar that the time has come to introspect, to heal old strains, to foster meaningful coordination, and to jointly recommit ourselves to the ideals of justice. In recent times, a High Court has witnessed a perceptible drift in the relationship between the Chief Justice and the bar, a distance that does not serve justice, nor the dignity of either institution. There is an urgent and genuine need to restore mutual trust, to listen more, to engage without fear or favor, and to treat the courtrooms not as an arena of confrontation, but a shared platform in the service of the Constitution. My Lord, we are confident that under your leadership, this much needed course correction will not only be possible, but it will be inevitable. We look forward to a tenure that will bring renewed discipline in the court functioning, transparency in administration, and above all, a re-establishment of that quiet but essential partnership between the bar and the bench that lies at the heart of all successful judicial systems. The bar extends its full support and cooperation to your Lordship in all your endeavors. We pledge to meet the high standards your Lordship has always upheld. We hope that a culture of dialogue, accountability, and legal excellence that your Lordship embodies will infuse new energy into this institution. As your Lordship begins this new chapter in your remarkable judicial journey, we offer our sincerest good wishes. May your tenure as Chief Justice of Jharkhand High Court be marked as reform, by justice delivered with grace, and by a legacy that future generation of both bench and bar will recall with respect and gratitude.
Now I request Sri Rajiv Ranjan, Advocate General, State of Jharkhand, Ranchi, to commence his address.
My Lord, the Honorable Chief Justice, Mr. Justice Tarlok Singh Chauhan, Madam Chauhan, and all my Lord's family members and those guests who have come from Himachal Pradesh and elsewhere in Jharkhand. My friend Anup Ratan, Advocate General, Himachal Pradesh, Honorable Companion Judges of my Lords, Additional Solicitor General of India, Chairman Jharkhand State Bar Council, President Advocates Association, respected members of the bar, my senior advocates, friends, and my dear friends. With a heart full of joy, reverence, and hope, I rise today to extend the most heartfelt welcome to your Lordship as you assume the mantle of Chief Justice of this esteemed institution, the High Court of Jharkhand. born in the quiet hills of Rohru and nurtured in the corridors of Bishop Cotton School, Shimla, where values breathe alongside education, your Lordship's journey has always been marked with grace, humility, and purpose. From a school captain to a judge of impeccable integrity, the path you have walked in is not just inspiring, it is illuminating. Honorable Chief Justice Chauhan brings with him a distinguished legacy of judicial service, having served with distinction in the Himachal Pradesh High Court since his elevation in 2014. Over the years, your Lordship has authored several landmark judgments and is widely known for a judicious blend of legal erudition, administrative acumen, and deep sensitivity to justice and equity. Your Lordship's deep association with justice is not confined to the interpretation of statutes, but reflects a profound connection with the soul of law, where law is not merely a rule, but a bridge between power and the powerless, voice and the voiceless, right and the might. The legal fraternity in Himachal knows you not just for your erudition, but for your empathy, whether it was a standing counsel to public institution or as amicus defending nature's cry against the onslaught of unregulated progress, or as the gentle guardian of children in Bal ashrams and inmates in mental health homes. You did not merely pass orders, you offered healing through justice. As we welcome you to Jharkhand, a land with deep tribal roots, endowed with vast natural beauty and nature's bounty, great aspirations and yet daunting challenges, we do so with profound expectation and deep faith. My Lord, we look up to you not just as a custodian of our constitution, but as a conscience keeper of our times. In this court, litigants arrived not just with files, but with broken hopes, weary hearts, and trembling expectations. We believe under your stewardship, justice will not just be done, it will be felt. We believe that under your vision, the judiciary of Jharkhand shall become even more accessible to the poor, more modern in its approach, more sensitive in its tone, and more fearless in its expression. As Advocate General, on behalf of the state and on behalf of the entire bar, I take this moment to place before your Lordship your collective hope that a bridge between the bench and the bar shall be built not just with procedures and protocols, but with respect, dialogue, and a shared dream of delivering justice with soul. We hope to learn from your deep engagement with technology and innovation, your transformative work in e-courts, and digital justice has not only modernized courtrooms, but democratized justice. May this court too become a torchbearer of your paperless, barrierless, and delayless judiciary under your guidance. But beyond reforms, we yearn for your humanity, that rare quality which makes a judge not just a dispenser of verdicts, but a messenger of fairness. We hope to see in your corridors the same warmth that filled those ashrams, the same compassion that guided you through Lok Adalats, and the same quiet strength with which you guided children, women, and the voiceless towards justice. My Lord, you come not just to lead, but to bless us with your wisdom. The pages of your judgments have already inspired many, but now Jharkhand becomes your canvas, and we lawyers and citizens stand ready like devoted students awaiting the strokes of your vision. As you take charge, we offer not just our welcome, but our hand, our faith, and our unshakable commitment to support you, your every endeavor in making justice not just a destination, but a lived experience for every citizen of this state. Let this day mark the beginning of a luminous chapter where your Lordship's leadership uplifts the institution, inspires the bar, and gives hope to those who have none. Welcome, my lords. Your journey is now our shared journey. Thank you, my lords.
I now request Sri Rajendra Krishna, Chairman, State Bar Council, for his address.
Honorable Mr. Justice Tarlok Singh Chauhan, Chief Justice of Jharkhand High Court, Madam, most respected Madam Amanjit Singh Chauhan, all honorable judges of the Honorable Jharkhand High Court, plus all other respected guests present in this hall, all the honorable members of Jharkhand State Bar Council present, learned Advocate General, learned President and the Secretary of the Advocate Association, Jharkhand High Court, learned members, senior members and the members of the bar, learned Registrar General and all the registry members. It is with great honor and deep sense of responsibility that I, on behalf of the Bar Council of Jharkhand, extend a warm and respectful welcome to Honorable Mr. Justice Tarlok Singh Chauhan on his assumption of office as the Chief Justice of Jharkhand High Court. Sir, your distinguished judicial journey, marked with your integrity, legal acumen, and commitment to constitutional values, is truly inspiring for the entire legal fraternity of Jharkhand. Your tenure in the Himachal Pradesh High Court has left a legacy of balanced, reasoned, and the people-centric judgments, which we are confident will continue in your stewardships of this honorable court. The Bar Council of Jharkhand stands committed to the cause of justice, the rule of law, and the dignity of the legal profession. We believe that under your leadership, the relationship between the bench and the bar will grow even stronger, rooted in mutual respect, cooperation, shared goals of delivering timely and accessible justice to the people of this state. Sir, Jharkhand, with its unique socio-economic challenges and rich cultural activities, looks to the judiciary not only as an arbiter of law, but also as a beacon of hope and fairness. We are confident that your leadership will bring new energy and direction to these noble institutions. The Jharkhand State Bar Council will always remain a constructive and principled partner in upholding the rule of law and strengthening the democratic values. Sir, yesterday I wanted to refer some of the my lord's judgment, but when I was going through internet, my lords, I must say that all the judgments I find so interesting that it is, for a short time, difficult for me to select which one is to refer. So I left this particular job for any next occasion. My lords, we welcome you with pride, with respect, and with high hopes. May your tenure in the Jharkhand be impactful, inspiring, and remembered with admirations. Thank you.
I now request Sri Anil Kumar, Learned Additional Solicitor General, to commence his address.
My Lord, Honorable the Chief Justice Sri Tarlok Singh Chauhan, esteemed Honorable Judges on the bench, Chairman and Member of the Jharkhand Bar Council, President and Secretary of the Advocate Association, Learned Advocate General Jharkhand, and Learned Advocate General from Himachal Pradesh, Registrar General and other members of the registry, family members and guests who are present in the present function. It is another momentous day in the history of this moderately young institution when the President welcomed the reference of our Honorable Chief Justice Tarlok Singh Chauhan and radically the third Chief Justice in our new High Court campus. We can call it welcoming of a star amongst another star in judicial firmament. As retired from Justice Army Corbett Barrett of Supreme Court of US said, your legal career is a means to end, and that end is building a kingdom of God itself. I can unhesitatingly say we are looking forward to experience and witness an unremarkable best upgradation of this honorable court under your leadership and the Lordship's tenure. Something or new institution in Ranchi has aspired. Inspiring journey of our Honorable Chief Justice started from, he did his schooling from Bishop Cotton Simla, graduated from DAV College Chandigarh and obtained a law degree in law from Punjab University Chandigarh. In 1989, he enrolled as an advocate with Himachal Pradesh Bar Council and practiced law in all branches of law. Prior to his elevation, he was standing counsel cum advisor for Himachal Pradesh State Civil Supplies Corporation, represented various departments, financial institutions and companies. He played an active role on a legal aid work. He was also amicus curiae in many important cases. An important era in his career began in November 2014 when he was appointed as additional judge at High Court of Himachal Pradesh, wherein he started rendering crucial judgments on public policy and constitutional law. His Lordship remained chairperson of Juvenile Justice Committee, High Court of Himachal Pradesh for about 9 years, from 2014 to 2023. He remained executive chairman of State Legal Services Authority. He was heading the E-Court Committee, and computerization of High Court and subordinate courts reached new heights. increased accessibility of certified copy, court fees, e-filing, etc. During his tenure as judge in Himachal Pradesh, he focused on areas of concern as welfare and interest of children of Bal Balika Ashram, Himachal, Hospital for Mental Health Care, and Rehabilitation Simla and Old Age Homes of Himachal Pradesh. He participated in national and international conferences like the International Judicial Conference in 2019, one day's national level conference on the effective implementation of Juvenile Justice Care Protection of Children Act 2015, and an international conference in 2019. Exchange programs for reforms, care and protection of children services held in Romania in 2019. In 2020, Judiciary and Changing World. In 22, Contemporary Judicial Developments and Strengthening Justice Through Law and Technology, an international conference in 2022. National Annual Stakeholders Consultation on Child Protection in 2023. On digitization and paperless courts, in 2024, empowering marginalized citizens and step towards social justice, achievements made a roadmap ahead. Statistics say Honorable Chief Justice has decided more than 71,900 cases that has been disposed of by the Honorable Chief Justice. There are certain cases, landmark judgments, which I intend to refer, so far as the at present is concerned. One case, court on its own motion 2015, which relates to the Simla concrete jungle case. The Honorable Court took suo motu cognizance of the haphazard and unsafe construction in Simla. The issue here was to push the authorities to act against the illegal structures that violated building bylaws and endangered public safety, wherein Honorable Justice Chauhan rebuked the authorities for allowing Simla to turn into the slum and concrete jungle. The Honorable Judge focused on a major fact that Simla is a high-risk seismic zone. Hence, he directed to amend the bylaws to account seismic risk and take immediate action on unauthorized buildings. The second one is solid waste PIL. That was in 2018, Suleiman versus Union of India, wherein simplified the law on enforcement of environment and public health laws with main focus on segregation of solid waste management. But the core issue rose from degradation of environment due to plastic waste, wherein Honorable Court put onus on municipal corporation, government accountability in maintaining, and court also published toll-free helpline. Presently, this is a case of continued mandamus, an example of proactive governance by judiciary through creative judicial measures. The next one was Sunit Singh Jaryal versus State of Himachal Pradesh in 2024. This was a delayed pension. Court stressed pension is a vested right of retired person even in tough economic times, focused on the fact that the pension is fundamental obligation of the employer government. The acquittal in POXO case, State of HP versus X in 2024, it was a landmark step towards the granted acquittal of the accused, focused on privacy rights of prosecutrix and accused, and directed that their names should be deleted from the digital records. Thus focused on reputational privacy and right to be forgotten. And the right to be left alone is an inherent aspect of personal liberty. He simplified that there should be anonymity of personal data in public records, keeping in mind stigma attached to such accusation. This judgment has been cited by the Honorable Supreme Court in various acquittal cases concerning women offences. Suo motu urinal case, landmark judgment which we all know, equal access to public toilets for women and gender equality on daily life. Here, women were being charged ₹5 fee to use the public toilets. Honorable Chief Justice held it is a gender-based denial of basic amenity. Effect was, very next day, free toilet signs were put on by Simla Public Conveyances. The next one was the Kanlong Cemetery case, residents of Kanlong versus State. It was a heritage preservation case. Another case of continued mandamus. Legal question was to prevent irreparable damage to a notified heritage site and ensure any development complied with the preservation norms. It directed formation of Heritage Conservation Committee to conduct inspection to access ground reality. Judgment focused on development must be balanced with heritage conservation. Then the last one at the moment is enforce police cadre rules, court on its own motion, state of HC 2025. The issue held that the appointment of non-IPS officers to IPS posts violated IPS cadre, focused that the state rules and undermined the constitutional scheme of All India service. Effect was immediately pressured the government to reconsider off-cadre appointments, and shortly Himachal Pradesh non-IPS officers were reverted and IPS officers were posted in pure illegality. My Lord's journey in Himachal Pradesh High Court can be summed up through his action, which can be read through the words of the wisest. In my view, I am fascinated by his expertise. His approach to see how to work the Constitution is far more important than how to understand it. We can say Honorable Chief Justice and his judgments have truly justified the concept of judgeship as designed in Bhagavad Gita: perform every action with your heart fixed on the Supreme Lord. The Honorable Chief Justice, these are my feeling alone. The expression of love and gratitude flows from each of us present here and entire bar. On a lighter note, when we were reading about our Honorable Chief Justice, few things that came to our knowledge thanks to the social media. There was an article in Law Umbrella which says two things are certain in hills. First, the old town hooter that sounds at 10, and second, Honorable Chief Justice taking his seat at exactly the same hour, sharp 10, even if it's fog-fitted Mall Road. His probable question have been clear as per the article: what is the law, what is right, and what will endure. His courtroom has also been called a legal theatre and more like restoration of moral order, wherein matters are heard and decided like a breeze, and he is a string protector of environmental law. And our Honorable Chief Justice has also been appreciating to young members of the bar, which I feel is the need of our hour. We wish him all the best for his new journey here. May each day in his experience here turns out as fruitful as he desires and becomes co-author in upgradation of this Honorable Court. Thank you.
Now may I request my Lord Honorable the Chief Justice, High Court of Jharkhand, Ranchi, for his Lordship's address.
Good afternoon to everyone. Honorable sister and brother judges on the dais. Honorable Mr. Justice Virinder Singh and his esteemed spouse, my colleague at the Himachal High Court, Honorable Justice Ravi Malimat, the former Chief Justice of Madhya Pradesh High Court and my former colleague at Himachal, Honorable Ms. Justice Sabina, former Acting Chief Justice of the High Court of Himachal Pradesh and a former colleague of mine, Honorable Mr. Justice Talwant Singh, former Judge Delhi High Court, Honorable Mr. Justice Rakesh Shrivastava, former Judge, Allahabad High Court, Mrs. Ritu Kumar, President, Advocates Association, Ranchi, Shri Ravi Ranjan, the Learned Advocate General for the State of Jharkhand, Shri Rajendra Krishan, Chairman, Jharkhand State Bar Council, Shri Anil Kumar, Learned Additional Solicitor General, Mr. Anup Ratan, the Advocate General for the State of Himachal Pradesh, the Registrar of the Jharkhand High Court, Shri Manoj, Mr. Bhupesh Sharma, Registrar General of the State of Himachal Pradesh. I have a long list just now to thank. My lovely classmates, and associates for the last more than 5 decades. Shri Ashwani Virk, Shri Pranav Roach, Shri JPS Chavda, Dr. Arun Sirkek, my family, of course. I'm not going any particular order, please forgive me for that, because I'm truly overwhelmed, so I'll try to cover up as much as I can. My wife, my lovely 2 daughters, the senior advocates of Jharkhand High Court and the senior advocates from Himachal High Court, Shri J.S. Bogal, Shri K.D. Sheridar, Shri Naresh Kumar Thakur, Shri Bimal Gupta, Shri Ajay Kuchar, Shri Nareshwar Singh Chandel, Shri Ayn Mehta, who also happens to be the Senior Additional Advocate General, Shri Yashwadhan Chauhan, Senior Advocate, who again happens to be the Senior Additional Advocate General, Shri Pratap Singh Govardhan, Shri Virendra Singh Chauhan, Shri Vijay Arora, Shri Tara Singh Chauhan, Shri Sunil Mohan Goyal, Shri Sunil Goyal, and hosts of advocates of this bar, as well as those who have travelled all the way from Himachal. I thank each one of you who are present here. And at the outset, I must convey my heartfelt thanks to each one of you who, despite the busy schedule, have made it a point to come to this ceremony. It is with a deep sense of humility, and please forgive me if I have omitted someone's name, it is only purely an oversight. I do not mean I need to tell each one of you that I really thank you from the bottom of my heart. It is with a deep sense of humility and responsibility that I assume the office of the Chief Justice of the Jharkhand High Court. I feel delighted to be here with you on this occasion. Let me begin by expressing my heartfelt thanks for the warm words of welcome and the generous sentiments that have been showered on me. Your kind remarks are not just encouraging, they are a reminder of an immense trust and expectation that this high office carries. I accept them with sincere humility, mindful of the solemn duties that now rest upon my shoulders. This is not a solitary journey. The role of a Chief Justice is not to lead from above, but to walk alongside, to take everyone along. I believe in the power of collective wisdom, shared purpose, and respectful collaboration. I am therefore committed to fostering an atmosphere of inclusiveness, openness, and cooperation within the institution, and would try and engage with all stakeholders in the justice delivery system. In the grand architecture of democracy, the judiciary stands as one of the most vital pillars, tasked with the solemn duty of upholding the Constitution, safeguarding rights, and dispensing justice. It is often described as an institution which is formal, well-structured, and governed by laws and precedents. But to view it merely as a system would be to overlook its deeper essence. To me, the judiciary is not just an institution, it is a family. Like any family, it is built on relationships, shared values, and a collective commitment to a larger purpose. The judges, lawyers, registry staff, clerical personnel, and support workers, each member contributes to the life and soul of judicial machinery. Their roles may differ, but their unity in purpose is absolute. In the courtroom, the dignity of proceedings depends not only on the judges who preside, but equally on the conduct of advocates and the efficiency of the supporting staff. In the chambers and corridors, the unseen labor of employees ensures that every file reaches the bench on time, that orders are executed, and the day-to-day working of the court flows seamlessly. What binds this family is not just institutional protocol, but trust, mutual respect, and a shared commitment to justice, as the bar president put it. Judges rely on silent discipline of court officers, employees, and the employees in turn draw inspiration from the integrity of the bench. It is this interdependence that transforms the judiciary into a living, breathing community, one that supports, corrects, and elevates each other. Like in any family, there are challenges, pressures of work, emotional burdens, differences of opinion. But it is precisely during such time that the familial spirit reveals its strength. When an officer is transferred, promoted, or retires, the emotion is palpable. When a colleague faces a personal crisis, others rally around him. They are not signs of a distant institution, but of a close-knit family. A healthy judiciary is not built on rules alone, but on relationships of respect, empathy, and dignity between the bar and bench, the High Court and the district judiciary, and the courts at all levels with its employees. Justice is not delivered by systems. It is carried on the shoulders of people. When those people feel valued, trusted, and supported, the institution flourishes. That is why the judiciary must remain not just a system to serve, but a family to belong to. The High Court of Jharkhand, though relatively young, stands tall with a rich tradition of justice, courage, and service. I am deeply conscious of the legacy of my esteemed predecessors and the high standards set by them. This High Court has seen several distinguished judges known for their integrity and legal acumen. Many of its Chief Justices have gone on to serve in the Supreme Court or as Chief Justices in other states. Despite its challenges, the court has been a vital protector of democratic values and constitutional rights in a state where a complex social political landscape exists. I look forward to working closely with all my esteemed sister and brother judges of this court. Without understanding all the issues, I cannot commit to anything, but I look forward to work with those valuable inputs and guidances, and I am confident that when we would be able to draw a complete roadmap, together we will strive to uphold the rule of law, ensure timely justice, and maintain the high standards of judicial conduct that this court is renowned for. I am quite sure that a collective wisdom and experience will be pivotal in addressing the challenges that lie ahead in reinforcing the public faith in the judiciary. The Jharkhand bar, I believe, is like any other bar. It is a mix of experienced senior advocates and a young, energetic pool of young lawyers. I am informed that the advocates here are known to be industrious, hardworking, diligent, articulate, and well-versed in law. The legal fraternity plays a crucial role in the administration of justice. I will try to foster harmonious and collaborative relationships with the advocates practicing before this court. Their insights, professionalism, and dedication are invaluable assets in our shared mission of delivering justice. I would try and encourage open dialogue and constructive engagement to ensure that the legal process remains transparent, efficient, and accessible to all. The officers and officials of the High Court Registry are the backbone of our judicial operations. Their diligence, efficiency, and unwavering commitment ensures the smooth functioning of court. I am keen to work alongside them to implement reforms that enhance administrative efficiency, streamline case management, and improve the